I love it. I did my own dang research. That's why I'm not vaccinating my child. That's why I'm homeschooling my child to teach him the glories of Hitler. And also on top of that, that's why I, I put a drill on my ball sack. Did you see Bryce Mitchell's comments on Hitler? I did. I saw an article talking about it. I didn't see the. I didn't see everything, but it is yet another indication that things are getting weird. Okay, things are getting very weird and very Hitlerian. But like, it's not that weird that a fucking brain broken UFC fighter would have insane and horrifying takes like this. You know what I mean? It's just, but it only happens because these guys feel emboldened, though. I mean, that's it. Like, he's not the first guy. He's not the first like fighter guy that has had takes like this, and he won't be the last. But I think the reason why more people feel like comfortable coming out with attitudes like this is because of feeling emboldened by the likes of, you know, Elon Musk and everybody else. Even Dana White coming out against it, you know, it was fucking bad. Yeah, no shit. Is this the guy that took a power drill through his nutsack? Isn't this the guy who called out Elon like a week ago before this, said Elon's a rat and should share his wealth? Oh, this is that same guy? Yeah, I remember looking into it because I remember hearing him like talk shit about Elon Musk at a press conference, and immediately I was like, wait a minute, this dude is like, I don't think this dude is like, I mean, he's spitting here, but let me look into it a little bit, and I think he's like an anti-vaxxer and shit too. He's like a, excuse me, elaborate, you can't say that and move on. This is the guy who's like, I'm having a child because I want to improve the birth rates. Right? That's the guy, right? We've watched a video of him wearing goofy ass glasses, talking about how he's going to homeschool his child. He said he's going to homeschool his child and that his child is not going to be vaccinated.
You've been
this was he carries a Bible into the ring. The drill, Hasan, the drill, elaborate. The drill thing? I don't know the exact details of the drill thing. He is a insane person, okay? Bryce Mitchell's the dumbest person you know, dumbest person they know. With everyone up in arms, let's take a breather, and remind ourselves that Bryce Mitchell should never be taken seriously. So here it is.
Martial artist also weighed in 146 pounds in 17.
He's holding up a Bible, screaming here. Let's start off. Here's the time on Ultimate Fighter that Bryce Mitchell uncovered a revelation about soap. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. I'm moving on from the plain stuff for now, okay? I do want to cover this story. Okay, let's do this. So, Bryce Mitchell, a UFC fighter who's like super, super right wing, a couple weeks prior, has this take, okay? And this is actually a decent take. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
Critical of Elon Musk. How do you feel about his involvement with the Doge?
Well, I think that time will prove me correct. Time will always reveal someone's true character, and if you put that man in a position of power, his true character will be revealed. And let's just put it this way. He has all the money in his country. He's the wealthiest man in the country, and he wasted on fucking rockets, man. Think about it, dude. He could actually help people with that.
Like, what's crazy about this is that, like, shitting on Elon Musk is always A-okay in my book. Ironically enough, he's shitting on Elon Musk in the absolute worst way possible, even though this is a very commonplace critique. I would go so far as to say that like SpaceX is probably one of the only good things that is directly associated with Elon Musk. I don't have an issue with space travel. I don't have an issue with space travel. I think that space travel yields tremendous amounts of innovation. And I understand why people are like, well, why are we going to space? Why are we going to space or spending so much money in space when there's like problems down here? And I do understand that sentiment. Okay. I do understand that sentiment. Make no mistake. But I don't think that like we should be curbing back scientific achievements. And things like SpaceX should not be privatized, but instead it should be nationally funded, NASA. I don't have an issue with space travel or any sort of technological advancements, any sort of scientific achievements in that vein.
But he don't give a shit about you. He's got all the money in the world to help you. It'd be a penny to him, and you would never have to work again. He don't give a shit about you, though. He wants to waste it on rockets and waste it on all these cars that suck. And time will reveal the character of that man. And the more he gets under the spotlight, you can't fake it forever. His character will be revealed, and you mark my words, it will be seen that he is a rat bastard.
So just let him talk about Hitler before you give him his flowers? No, I'm not giving him his flowers. I'm giving you context. I'm giving you context because, oh, he seems based. Oh, my God. Except, nope, not at all. Okay? Even a right-wing moron can recognize that Elon Musk is fraudulent. But that right-wing moron also happens to say this yesterday. Let's take a look.
Hitler, hell in the Nazis. I really don't think that he was, because I honestly think that Hitler was a good guy based upon my own research, not my public education.
Dude. Amazing. Okay. In 12 seconds, he said, I think Hitler was a good guy. And then immediately said, based on my own research. Amazing. Okay. Amazing. No, not public education, my own research. I love when dudes do their own research. You understand me? I love it. I did my own dang research. That's why I'm not vaccinating my child. That's why I'm homeschooling my child to teach him the glories of Hitler. And also on top of that, that's why I put a drill on my ball sack. I am what they call an autodidact. Self-taught.
Indoctrination. I really do think before Hitler got on meth, he was a guy to go fishing with.
Hitler, he's saying Hitler wasn't just a bad guy, but also on top of that, he was a cool guy, a guy to go fishing with. That is insane. What the fuck? What is he saying? Brother, what? My fishing buddy, Adolf. You might know him from his comical mustache. I know him as the guy who knows how to catch yellowtail. You don't understand. It's the meth that ruined Hitler. I like Hitler, the original. Yeah, I call him Adolf Fischler. Very cool. That's awesome. Also, I feel like if there's one guy who knows what meth does to people, it's this guy. Hold up. Let's hear him out now.
He was a guy to go fishing with. He fought for his country. He wanted to purify it by kicking the greedy Jews out that were destroying his country and turning them all into gays. They were gaying out.
Okay. Yeah, he's showing his work. He's done his research, guys. Okay. Wait, so what what doesn't he like about Hitler that meth ruined him on? That's like what was it? The tactical mistakes due to like was it consistently moving eastbound? Like was that like what actually doesn't he like about Hitler that he thinks meth interfered in? Look at the other guy's face. He's like, dude, what are you saying? Arkansanity, the Bryce Mitchell podcast. Yeah, he's like he shouldn't have opened up a new front. Okay, let me tell you about Adolf. Meth is the reason why he did it. Second front shouldn't have done that. Okay, no more new fronts. I say, without meth, Adolf, good guy, good guy. This guy's research was reading Mein Kampf? No. I think his research is just simply reading comments. Because if he, like, I don't think he reads too much. Look. I'm sorry. I don't think he reads in general. I don't know if he's capable of reading. I think he saw memes on Twitter. I think that's unironically what happened here because this is CTE in real time. I think this is the first time I got CTE by hearing someone speak. So truly a unique space that we exist in now where I'm getting audio induced CTE, okay? He saw an AI picture of Adolf Fischler holding up a yellowtail and he thought to himself, good guy, loves his fish. Loves fishing. Also, wasn't Hitler like vegetarian or some shit? This makes it. Hitler was pescatarian. A lot of people say he was vegan. That's wrong. I did my research. He's actually pescatarian. He definitely went to town. He genocided them fish. Let me tell you. Okay. Oh my God. He loved fishing. Okay. He was not vegan. He was pescatarian. You understand me? He had no problems fishing. Let me tell you, boy. He loved fishing, okay? that boy Adolf, he wasn't vegetarian. That's a myth to make him look good. If anything, I would suspect that that's a myth to make vegetarians look bad, not Hitler look good. I think that association doesn't work in the way that you think it does, okay? Who is that for? Who sometimes you got to ask yourself, who would that argument be for? Like, who is the vegan who's like, or a vegetarian who's like, you know, I really hate the Holocaust, but when I found out that he's vegetarian, it really changed my attitude about him. Like, he was vegetarian because he had issues digesting meat, not for any actual moral reasons. Anyway, let's continue.
Kids, they were queering out the women. They were queering out the dudes. They were, you know what her first tranny surgery ever was? Happened to be in Germany before Hitler took over. You know the books that everybody makes fun of Hitler burning? You know what the books was? Queer books.
I mean, okay, this part is not wrong. It's just that the energy he has for it, I take issue with, let's just say. Okay. He's not wrong. The first books that the Nazis burned were literally books about, transgender medical research. It's just that I don't associate that with a positive. He does. He's saying it's good. He supports it. By the way, this isn't unique to the CTE addled mind of Bryce Mitchell. Make no mistake. If I recall, Steve Crowder also made an identical argument, not realizing that he was saying like Hitler is good. Or maybe he did realize it and didn't care. But that's Steve Crowder has made a similar argument to this as well. I'm sure there is some insane old Hasanabi heads in here that remember the exact clip, and maybe they'll send it. No, it was Hinkle. No, Hinkle has made that argument too, but I'm saying like, no, Hinkle has a different argument. Jackson Hinkle says Hitler and all the Nazis were the F slur.
Hitler burned queer books because Hitler didn't want a bunch of queers destroying his nation. They can't produce children.
Dude, is also funny because like this is the argument that Nazis were making. Okay? This is the argument that the Nazis were making, which is that like Jews have infiltrated the halls of intelligentsia and are spreading moral degeneracy both in the arts and specifically in college campuses. Now, if that kind of sentiment seems familiar to you and dare I say make you a little uncomfortable, okay, understand that it is, yes, you're right. Your suspicions are correct. It is identical to what Republicans say today. Okay? Just, a little bit of tweaking. That is what it is. They used to, Nazis, early fascist commentary surrounding this was that Western civilization, German civilization, was superior to all else, to all others, okay? And that Jews were the enemy from within that had actually taken over academia and were making Germans gay. Were actually the socialist Jews were basically doing woke. Socialist Jews were doing woke in academia in a deliberate effort to undermine superior Western civilization. Okay? They never say why that's bad. Yeah, they just simply say being gay is morally degenerate and wrong. And that's what the Jews are up to. Like, basically, that's what they say. It is pretty crazy because it's damn near identical. Your forehead has a rash. No, it doesn't. I mean, it is definitely, my skin is very sensitive. I've never had a stray razor taken to it before, but bro, they're making me suck dick, bro. Help, these evil degenerates are corrupting me. Help. They've made it vogue to suck cock. You don't understand. Before I saw the gay Jewish invention of television, I never thought I'd suck a cock like that. I never thought I'd want to put a penis in my mouth.
But what about?
They're beaming my brain with sissy hypno porn. Anyway, so let's look at some of the funniest things that Bryce Mitchell has done, starting with the most insane one. UFC fighter Bryce Mitchell details gruesome groin injury suffered in power drill accident. Pro tip: do not stick power drills in your pocket. Mitchell took to social media to share an unexpected update on his medical status on Tuesday, and boy, oh boy, was it ever horrifying. The 23-year-old was apparently doing some woodwork this week when the power drill he had in his pocket accidentally turned on, doing quite a lot of damage to his testicular region in the process. I'm going to be out for a little bit, says Bryce Mitchell. So I was going to train today, but I ripped my nutsack in half. I'm about to get stitched up. I was holding a board over my head with a drill in my pants. I was sizing up the board and the drill went off and tangled my nuts up in it. I dropped the board and reversed the drill and untangled my nutsack, but they was ripped in half. I'm serious too, lol. I obviously can't post a pic, but when my nuts are sealed back up, I'm going to come train again. I think a high kick would re-rip them. Ha ha. And if I hear any shitty puns about how this whole thing is nutty or screwed up, I ain't talked to you for about a month. If you're going to drop a pun to make fun of me, at least put some thought into it. T-H-O-T, into it. Lol. He did apparently upload a very disgusting photo of his blood-soaked boxer shorts in the aftermath. Mitchell, who is 10-0 in the UFC, will obviously be out of commission for a little while. He needs some time to allow his beanbag to recover. Why is CBS Sports writing this? This is... What is this person saying? Hold on, let's see this. Would you say you have stood up for Jews now and in the past? I don't know, man. You're 36-month subscriber. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, this is written. This CBS article is written like a Barstool article. I don't know what's happening. Lol W, lol W, lol W. The answer is obviously yes. That's bait from the video. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. No, that person's not a hate watcher. They're just baiting. I was, however, the runner-up for Anti-Semite of the Year, and unfortunately lost. You know, famously. Let's start off light. Here's the time on Ultimate Fighter that Bryce Mitchell uncovered a revelation about soap.
Using soap, so that was a new experience.
They got me on soap. I didn't use it.
What? Yeah. Didn't believe in it, joking.
I didn't really believe in it before, you know? And then
He didn't believe in soap before. Prior to his recent fight against Kron Gracie, Bryce Mitchell revealed he doesn't believe in the use of seatbelts.
What's your issue with seatbelts?
Seatbelts, I think it's just like you get to choose if you want to wear a seatbelt. The government doesn't, you know, they don't wipe my ass for me, and they shouldn't be able to tell me if I want to wear a seatbelt. I personally don't like them because I think, what if you got to jump out of the car and roll, you know, duck and roll? And nobody ever thinks about that. So I don't personally.
Yeah. Nobody. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody ever thinks about that because why the fuck would they think about that, dude? First of all, if you're in a situation where you have to stop, duck, and roll out of a car, you probably need a fucking seatbelt to survive the situation that caused you to, you know, stop, drop, and roll out of a car. Okay? Because you're not going to have to worry about dropping and rolling if you don't have a seatbelt on, because guess what? You're fucking cooked. Okay? You're already dead. Your brain is plastered all over the windshield at that point. Yeah, you're going to be stopping, dropping, and rolling out of that fucking windshield anyway, so it's all good. Don't worry about that.
Wear a seatbelt, but I grew up, my mom never wore one. I just don't believe in them.
Yeah, when she was pregnant with me, as she told me, that's why I am famously the way I am. That's why I got a hard head, as my mama told me. The hardest of heads. That's why when I get kicked in the head, I don't feel nothing.
It's not up to the government to decide if I should wear a seatbelt or not. So that's just my view on it, and that's why I don't wear them. But maybe, you know, I strap my baby in. You know, I strap Tucker in, but I just don't like wearing them. I like the maneuverability.
What's your issue with seatbelts?
Seatbelts.
Bryce outlines his belief in the flat earth. Oh, I remember this one as well. His beliefs in the flat earth and makes an impassioned call for other Christians to see the sense.
If me and you were equally fast.
It's just crazy to me because it's like, pick a struggle, man. You're making chat dumber. Yes, you're right. I am doing that, I think. So he's going to abandon his kid when he rolls out.
And I run on the inside and you run on the outside.
He's not going to abandon his kids. He's going to homeschool his child. He's going to homeschool his child and also not vaccinate his child. He already said it.
Side of the track. Who wins that race?
You.
Because I'm on the inside.
Sure.
Because you know the further you go out from the center of that circle, the more distance you have to travel to complete a circle.
Dude, this is really funny. Dude. The music in the background. This is the truth music. Okay? This is the music that you know. This is when you hear this song, when you hear these sounds, you know you're about to hear some truths, okay? Some cold hard truths. On the Patrick Bet David.
Circle. So what I'm telling you is when that helicopter goes up to 20,000 feet and it's sitting there hovering for 4 hours, not only does it have to spin 1,000 miles an hour, it has to spin more than 1,000 miles an hour to go back to the same spot that it landed. Because now the Earth would be not attached to that helicopter, and so it's in a different type of rotation. It has to cover more distance to land in the same spot. You see what I'm saying? But how come I can get a helicopter and land in the same damn spot no matter how long I hover? Because the Earth don't move, just like the Bible says. Wake up, Christians.
Dude, this is so stupid. This is so insanely stupid that it reads as a hilarious joke. Like, it reads as a bit because of how fucking stupid it is. The helicopter land in the same spot because the Earth don't move. Like, if when I first saw this video, I thought it was parody. Nope, not parody at all, man. He's like, why not jump? Dude, the argument is amazing because it's like, when I jump on a plane, I land in the same spot. The plane's not moving. Wake up, libtards. Plane's not real. That's right. Earth is flat and the planes ain't real. You're actually teleporting to the next destination that you're going to, but they make it seem like you're actually flying for 12 hours in the air. Guess what? I tried it. I got on the dang plane. I jumped up, stayed in the same dang place. He literally killed a deer with a rear naked choke and laughed about it on the Theo Von podcast. That's amazing. You're going to look real stupid once God shows you how the Earth is flat. No such thing as gravity. That's a libtard invention. An invention of the liberal Jews. So is inertia. Inertia. Stop reading books. Unless it's the Bible. Okay. Here's Bryce Mitchell detailing the time he drilled his nutsack apart, drove himself to the hospital, but stopped mid-journey to show a random FedEx driver his mutilated nutsack. We already covered this part, but you got to see it again in his own words.
To Bryce Mitchell, who is there living his best life outdoors. I almost thought that he'd be in a hospital right now, but no, he's outdoors, just living the dream. Bryce, how are you?
Oh, I'm great, man. Can you hear me very well?
I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Thank
Yes, I saw the plane crash in Philadelphia. I am aware it's a small plane, okay? It's a small 2-person plane. Please. It is a small 2-person plane that crashed in Philadelphia. You're going to hear a lot more plane-related incidents in the upcoming days because of this massive story that just happened. There are houses that are on fire. Apparently, it crashed into a mall, and there are houses that are on fire at the moment. I know, but there's not much more I can cover about this. Okay?
you so much for having me,
I gotta
man.
pee. I gotta pee again.
Yeah, so
Hold
about,
on now. I gotta pee
a week
again.
ago, I was on a 20-foot ladder, and I was holding up a board. My pockets were full. I was in a hurry, and I was looking for a place to put my drill. I didn't have anywhere to put it at the top of that ladder, so I put it in my pants, and which I do not recommend doing. I recommend getting a tool belt. And while I was holding that board up, the drill went off. It tangled up my testicle, my left one. And but initially, right when it went off, it was so painful. I thought that my dick was gone. So I was like really worried. And I mean, I was worried. But then I looked, it was still there. And my nut was all wrapped up. There was blood and semen leaking everywhere. What? And then I reversed the drill, and my left nut unwound. And I called my girlfriend because I thought I was going to pass out because all the blood. I was fine. But, just losing a lot of blood. So I called my girlfriend just in case I passed out on the way to the hospital, let her know. And then, that's about it, man. And I'm fine. It hurts a little bit to walk, but I'm good.
Holy smokes. And by the way, I love that you just got into the story. I didn't even have to ask you about it. You just got right into it. So I appreciate that. What were you doing on the do you have another job in construction or something like that?
No, I'm not an engineer or anything, but I'll get the job done eventually. Roof. Okay. I'm trying to put a roof over my trailer.
Okay, and so are you by yourself?
Yes, sir. I was by myself. I got one neighbor who's pretty good. He keeps an eye on me. He wasn't home, so
okay.
I had to drive myself, or that was my only option.
Oh my God! You drove yourself to the hospital?
Yes, sir. I was going about 90 all the way there until I hit Race Street. There's a lot of traffic on Race Street, and I slowed. I actually stopped right by a FedEx man on the way to the hospital. There's this FedEx man, and he was like, looking at me. I was driving like a complete. I was driving 90 miles an hour, and he looked at me. I said, "Man, I'm going to the hospital. Check this out." And I go show him my nuts. And he started laughing and freaking out. It was funny.
Oh my dear. So when you say that you put the drill in your pants, like not in your pocket, like you put it in here, like where your like belt would be, and it fell in?
Yeah, I just put the drill bit like dangling right by my genitals. Like just put it in just like you would a gun, almost like a gangster.
Yeah.
A gun. I had my drill tucked, thinking I was gangster, and then my nuts got drilled up.
That's the question that I think. This is why Ariel Helwani is the best UFC reporter, best mixed martial arts reporter out there, because that was the question on everybody's minds. How did the drill go from maybe your pocket to your genitals? Okay? Because that's the question I had. And it turns out it was because he stuck it into his pants. Just like you would a gun, which is also hilarious because this implies that he, could also shoot his dick off as well. Because I don't think this is a man who learns lessons, let alone has object permanence. So I'm expecting him to also have a similar circumstance in the future where he puts a gun in his pockets and it accidentally discharges. This is the bro who's literally too stupid to work in construction? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he found his calling. He found his calling. This is it. This is the one thing that's like perfect for him. This is the thing that is perfect for him. getting kicked in the fucking head for a living. I find this to be an incredible story. I'm also shocked. I'm also personally shocked that this guy would also be a committed supporter of Adolf Hitler. Here he is also oh my God, I made a joke earlier about how gravity is not real. Oh, here it is.
Gravity ain't real. There ain't no such thing as gravity. It's Freemason symbolism. It's all bullshit. There's no such thing as gravity. Why does a rock fall in the water? Because of gravity? Don't you bullshit me. Why does a rock fall in the water?
Because it's heavy.
What's the word for it? Come on. Yes! Yes! Density's why things fall. Things don't fall because of gravity. Gravity ain't real. There ain't no such thing as gravity. It's Freemason symbolism. It's all bullshit. There's no such thing as gravity. Why does a rock fall in the water? Because of gravity? Don't you bullshit me. Why does a rock fall in the water?
I don't know what to say about this. I truly am at a loss for words because what he's saying is so incredibly stupid that it unironically reads as a brilliant parody of a very stupid conservative person. Thank you for introducing us to this patriot. I no longer support NASA, and I'm skeptical about vaccines now. Hell yeah, brother. Roll Tide. There's more. We mustn't forget the time Bryce cited himself as an academic source when discussing how 9/11 was an inside job.
16. That's when the biggest revelation, besides Jesus Christ, that I've ever had happened to me. When I was 16 years old, based upon my own research, because I am a source of information, even though they don't let you cite yourself. I am a valid source of information, and I don't do no bullshit. I tell the truth, and if I don't know it's true, I won't say it. But I'm telling you, I know. And I knew when I was 16 that our government orchestrated 9/11 and brought them towers down. I know it. Our government, white people, white rich politicians, not brown people with box cutters. I'm telling you, white people brought down them twin towers. I was 16. That's when the biggest
Incredible. Somewhat counter to this, Bryce explains the serious precautions he takes to prepare for an attempted terrorist takeover in any flight that he takes. Oh my God, that haircut. Oh my God, he's looking like me yesterday. Oh my God.
Why I wear my boots on a plane?
Hold on, let me think for a second. Nuh-uh.
Right when I get on, I'm looking for terrorists.
Really?
Always.
Dude, what the... Right when I get on, I'm looking for terrorists.
Assume there's about 4 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and if there's 4 of them, you know how they operate, right? There's going to be 2 sleepers. So I'm looking for the 4 ones that are going to pop up.
Yeah.
Those are the motherfuckers I'm dropping first. You know what I'm saying? And the most that can attack you, even if there's 4 of them on a plane, only 2 can attack you. 1 in the front, 1 in the back. I got a pair of boots. I'm going boom right to the nuts.
Right to the
You know what I'm saying? Boom right to the nuts. Boom, boom. Turn around, taking out another one. And I'm going to start stomping on their heads and shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking for the sleepers.
Oh, yeah.
So
the sleepers is it, but how many more do you think that they would have?
At least 2 sleepers.
Yeah.
If they know what they're doing. If not, there's some rookies. I'm going to f them up anyways.
Yeah,
you know?
if not, this is Bush League terrorism.
Yeah, why I wear my boots on a plane?
Possibly the most disturbing Bryce Mitchell story, Bryce in the cum sock. Oh, God.
Bryce Mitchell, TJ Brown. Bryce gets a call from his girlfriend. Goes into my bedroom, which I don't know why he picked my bedroom. And he's in there for probably an hour. And we're watching the movie. I said, dude, is Bryce in there? And they're like, yeah, he never came out. I go in there. He's asleep in my bed. I said, dude, we got to go to we're headed to the venue at this point.
Not to be that friend that's too woke, but I know plenty of kind, intelligent people at my MMA gym. It's not all brain damaged child. CT is a risk for all of us, of course, but we come into the sport with different levels of intelligence and a lot of passion for martial arts. No, you're not being the friend that's too woke. I completely recognize that. And also, this person's brain is not the way that it is because of CTE. Okay? Holy fuck, that plane video.